Rolling.
Welcome to the After the Drill Bowl.
Yeah, I don't typically concern myself with praise or, but eating the mayonnaise was worth it.
Yeah.
Because out of the mayonnaise, we got one Twitch viewer who said they thought that I was a stunt double for Brad Pitt. That'll make a man's day.
Wow.
Right?
Which is sort of like...
I only had the cash.
Yeah.
I only had Pitt's cash in his next movie role.
Yes.
So.
You do have a lovely wife, though.
Oh,
Brad Pitt has had a few.
Come on.
So.
Mrs. P. This is Mrs. P.
So,
this is what's great about Mrs. P. This is why you have to find yourself a Mrs. P. This is the God's honest truth. If you stood me right here and Brad Pitt right next to me and had Mrs. P walk in the room and say, you can take either one of them for the rest of your life, God bless her, she'd take me.
Wow.
It's unreal.
That's a win.
So don't tell her about if I walk in and it's her and Sandra Bullock. It's not important. It's not part of the conversation.
Sweet Sandy. You do have a thing for Sweet Sandy, but we're not getting into that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, we have a survivor here today.
Yeah, I did it. You guys
did it?
took great joy, I know, which is fine. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. I mean, it was exactly as bad as I thought. I did, I don't mean to be too big of a wuss here. I know it's not like we're, eating a raw testicle. But, I know, you're hungry. But yeah, it was gross. The one thing that surprised me, as someone who doesn't eat mayonnaise,
Yeah.
I thought that the consistency of mayonnaise would be more like a, like a yogurt.
Yeah.
And instead it was more like a peanut butter or like a thick pudding.
Yes.
And it was so, I didn't like that. But although it was kind of probably better because I was able to just take it all off the spoon at once.
Yeah.
But it really, it was gross. I hated it.
And I like mayonnaise.
The smell was bad.
But eating a spoonful would be gross to me.
That's another thing too. I love mustard. I eat it on everything. I don't want to eat a spoonful of mustard. I could, but I wouldn't want to.
I wouldn't want to.
But mayonnaise, it just reconfirmed and just, after all these years, that it's just god awful. My wife heard the thing twice. Brad Pitt wins. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not saying that she's right.
No, but
I'm just saying God bless her.
An incredibly loyal.
Yes.
Casey, good morning. Thank you for the treats out at the outdoor show. Christmas Spectacular. Casey comes out every year with delicious baked goodies. So
I heard that you ran into one of my church googans.
I did run into a fellow
you guys commiserated together, or not commiserated, celebrated
well,
together.
They were very excited about the idea of you.
No, that's Gerald. This is my man Gerald. He's buddies with Lodge.
Gerald wanted to know what time.
Yeah.
He wanted to tune in.
Yeah.
Gerald had his son with him. His son told me that when he moved to Jacksonville, he wasn't a Jaguars fan, and he said we made him a Jaguars fan, so I apologize.
1010XL did?
Specifically us. He said he's a 6 o'clocker.
Okay.
And he said we made him a Jaguar fan, so I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the mayonnaise bit though. Hopefully that'll help make up for the 2018
we do have a couple of dime bets on the board right now.
Still lingering.
The one I've lost the Jason Witten. I'm happy to have paid. And I also have this going for me. I have the mayonnaise comes off the board.
Yeah.
So I don't have to ever worry about that again. Because it was, of all these out here, it was the one that I wanted the least.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now, I think until we have to pay it off, I think Dan's going to want the fish slap on there in perpetuity.
Well, and it's going to stay up for him, too.
He seemed giddy for that.
I'm not going to allow him the lunch break with Oxen 10 and Joe, because that's what he does for fun.
He would do that anyways, yeah.
Yeah, he does that for fun.
A pleasurable venture for him.
But we can keep some of this. Dan already wears a toupee, so that won't be a good one.
Yeah.
A lot of people accuse him of wearing a toupee, to which people I'd say, who chooses a gray toupee?
He wears a full body toupee.
Yeah, no, you don't want a gray. If you're going to do a
pajamas.
toupee, you wouldn't be white. You see what I'm saying?
So Googans.
Anyway, what do we got going today? We're just waiting on the axe to fall on Doug Marrone at the stage.
Point.
We all are surprised that he wasn't fired sometime between last night, and it could still come this afternoon.
Yeah.
And I give him time to do it, but this is just such a closed chapter of Jaguars history. The Doug Marrone era has come to an end. This is a football team that just keeps getting worse every week. They've now lost 5 consecutive games by at least 17 points. The last sad sack team in NFL history to do that. Think about all the bad teams. We had an 0-16 Lions team one year. We've had terrible Browns teams and Bengals teams and a lot of terrible, terrible teams. And the last team to do it were the 1986 Tampa Bay Bucks. That's how bad our football team is right now. Is there a video of the Mayo somewhere?
Yes, Dan has it on his Twitter, and I'll also share it to the Drill Facebook page after the program today.
Okay, which is where this is, right?
This is on the 1010XL Facebook page. I'll share it to the radio programs Facebook page for you to enjoy watching Jeff. You can see if you freeze frame him at one point, you can see the face of a man who regrets
Well,
where he was
what can
right
you
at this
do?
moment
I
in time.
tried not to be too big of a wuss about it, but
Mel asks, can we just fire Tom, Dave, and Doug?
I
Marone?
do get the sense that it'll be
That may
a
be where it's
clean
headed.
sweep. Now, look, I will say this because Tom Coughlin is so polarizing, because he's been here before, because when he came back, he got. In fairness, now Tom got all the credit when they were good in 2017. So now they're not good. There's also those that want to push back. I thought it was so. But in most markets, when things go bad, there's like a process, a ladder that you climb. Like if you're really struggling in, Tampa last year, they're screaming for Dirk Cutter. They're not screaming for Jason Licht, the GM. So, we'll see. I just don't know. I just don't get the sense that Tom is going to just voluntarily walk out.
Yeah,
so I don't.
That's been sort of like there's been whispers like, oh well, Tom will retire, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I think you got bigger problems than Tom Coughlin, but I understand that the fan base is just
And I can
almost
understand.
to the point of pettiness with it. I don't
Yeah.
want to argue you. I'm not taking up for anyone in this organization over there. It's just been a disaster.
But I understand the desire for just a fresh start.
I do too.
Yeah.
But you got to get the right guys.
Yeah.
I mean, the right people. And I tell you what else I get a little nervous about. I get a little nervous about Shad Khan as a professional owner. His soccer franchise is a disaster. He's gone through a ton of coaches over there. And the Jags under his watch have, I bet you, the worst elite record in the NFL. Maybe a couple teams have worse because you had the one good year. But I mean, Shad Khan came here. He had a 2-14 his first year. He's about to have a 4-12. Every other season was double-digit losses except for 10-6.
Yeah. Yeah, he's sneaking up.
We
on
got to push the right
100
buttons
real fast.
Yeah.
That's not good.
All right, I'm out.
All right, good kids. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. It's a Super Tuesday, so we'll rock the vote.
Oh.